Hey guys, Mike here. I want to do a video on how do you decide what to keep to strip as far as insulated wire goes. See, there's all kinds. I found this next door. My neighbor removed and they threw all their electronics away, and I was just gonna throw it all in a pile. But I noticed there's some that are strippable, like this one here. See that one? You can strip pretty easily. So, alright, let's get started. So first of all, what I like to do is go for the smallest ones. Like this one here, this is a charger. So what I'll do, I'll just clip the ends off. And these, you can just throw them all together. They buy them as copper bearing, or you can take them apart, take the brass off, and then the copper bearing stuff inside. The ends, sometimes these have gold, sometimes they don't. So you can just check if you want. This one doesn't have any. So I'm just going to leave that end on there and throw this with my number 2 insulated. That one's not worth stripping at all. It's too small and the copper is too thin. And then let's see, like these audio ones here. See, they would look like they would be good to strip, nice and thick. But then once you cut it, you see that there's like nothing there. So I'll just throw this with my number 2 insulated. I have like all this stuff together. Like these ends here are brass, so you can clip those off. And then just see, sometimes these ends are brass too. I'm not even gonna worry about that too much. I'll just clip these off here. They're not the smaller ones. Alright, so I'm gonna throw this all like this in my number 2 insulated. Alright, this one, I think this one came from a computer. Oh, it's from a printer. And those are gold plated there, so just pull this off, throw that with the pins. Those ain't gonna have no gold. A little bit of brass there. Cut that off. Cut this off. And then number 2 insulated. This is going to take a while. Alright, let's get the good stuff. We'll start off with this white one here. This is going to be like a connection cord. A lot of people don't strip these, but I like to, so. Oh man, my clippers are falling apart. Alright. Try to do this fast. So if I see any adapters like this, I'm going to clip them off. Put them with the other one. And like these ends here, the Ethernet ends, those have gold pins, so you can clip those off too. I'm not going to worry about these smaller ones here. Here's a fan. And you cut that wire there. Throw your fan with your copper bearing or electric motors. So number 2. I missed. And start taking some of these out. Alright. Some of these audio ones. I'm just going to start clipping. See, I'm going to throw all this with my number 2. My yard's not too picky on what I put in my number 2 insulated. So I'm going to clip off any of these ends with any ferrous material, of course. This is not going to be ferrous because it's brass. You can check. So they don't mind if my ends go in. Here's a telephone one. I'm just going to clip that there because it's all tangled. Number 2 insulated. I'm going to take off that little bit of ferrous material there on that. Alright. Here's a connection of some sort, computer connector. That's gold pin, so in the gold pin it goes. And this one, this looks like an audio, video. So I'm gonna throw that into number 2. Brought that a little closer. I don't know what this is, some kind of telephone jack thing. So I'm just gonna clip that off because I'm gonna keep that end anyways. Alright, here's another one of those brass endings. Man, this is probably gonna take forever. Alright, let's pick this up. Alright, number 2. I think I'm just gonna clip the ends off. See, this one has gold pin, so clip that off. Clip this end off. It's brass. Clip these. These. I think it makes it easier once you start pulling the wires apart. Cut those. Here's another one of those weird connectors. Looks like it's like for the Wii or something. Oh well, it was. Here's an adapter. You can probably sell these too, but it's so tangled up that I'm not even worried about it. And plus I don't know what they go to, so I'm just gonna clip everything off. What is this? Some kind of charger. Clip that off. This speaker port, you can probably use it, but since it was with the rat shit, I'm not. And that's too thin a strip, so I'm gonna throw it. Alright, I think the only one I'm gonna keep is this white one here. Seems to be a nice size to strip. If I can find the end. Oh yeah. I'm gonna cut it right here. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do is just pull this white. Damn, there's a lot of it. Alright. There's probably rat piss and all that. It's alright. Alright, this little cable's giving me trouble here, so clip that off. There we go. It's a workout. There's another cable. Let's go to the charger. This is a laptop charger of some sort. Oh man, I'm just gonna clip this. I don't care. Throw that with the other adapters. All these ends, keep cutting ends. It's fun, guys. Alright, so we got most of the white cable out, so now I'm just looking for what I'm gonna strip. Here's a nice one here. And these I usually strip, so I just cut off the ends. I have a lot of these. See, they look thin, but my wire stripper is pretty good. So this one, way too thin. What is this? It's like a lamp thing. Can't strip that. All these ends. Here's this. No, I almost threw that in the number 2 insulated bucket. All those brass ends. Take them off. start clipping. Adapter. Some more ends. Hey, if you like clipping ends, this is the thing to do. Some kind of solenoid. A lot of ends. I don't know what the hell they did in their house. I guess they had all kinds of video and audio stuff. Number 2, too thin. All this is number 2. Insulated. Clip that end off there. I hope it's not too boring, but I just wanted to show you guys all this wire. It's crazy. Alright. Alright. Let's see, hopefully we have enough to make this worthwhile. Alright, turn any more ends. One here. And then one here. One here. And I think that's it. Yep. That looks like all the ends. Alright, so none of this is strippable. Oh, I just see some metal there, so I'll take that out. Alright. Alright guys, so all that I have left that is strippable, or that my stripper can strip, is this. Just a little end there. As you can see, it's a little bit thicker. I use one of these TNT strippers. Mine's the older one, and it fits perfectly. Let's see, perfectly fine. And the first one, no. Second one, no. Third one, yeah, the third one would be able to do it. Maybe even the fourth one. You just run it in there, and then it would cut a little bit into the plastic, and then you just peel it. See? Simple as that. So that's why I keep some of the thin wiring, because my stripper can strip it. I don't keep the ones that are extremely small. Like the farthest I'll probably go is, let's see if I have an example here. The smallest would be, yeah, here we go. Would be this size here, and this one will fit in the first hole here. Yeah, perfect. And you possibly strip it in the second hole, and even third. The first one is a little bit tougher to strip. That's why I've already broken that. Second one is pretty easy, and the third and the fourth is the ones that I use the most, because the second one it kind of starts tearing into the copper itself, so it doesn't do a good job. So if you put it on the third one, you kind of angle it when you're pulling it, and it cuts it pretty good. So yeah guys, that's what I do to strip my my wire, how I sort it out from other wiring. You go for the one that's nice and shiny, like this number 1 here. You strip it. I mean, your yard might pay number 1, depending on how picky they are. My yard pays number 1 as long as it's shiny. They don't care about how thick it is. So if I take that in there like that, a bunch of it, they'll buy it as number 1. Alright guys, so this the number 2 insulated bucket, my pottery pot, or whatever you want to call it. So it's almost it looks a little bit over half, almost 3/4 of the way full. Let's see. And just smash it down and keep putting more in there. So that's where you throw all the ones that you can't strip, the number 2 insulated. So yeah, don't always assume that you can't strip it because it looks too thin like this. Some people might not strip this because look at that. They're like, oh, that's too hard to strip. But if you have saved up your money from scrapping, you can buy yourself this nice stripper. And then once you get thicker cable, you can go ahead and upgrade to a bigger stripper like this one here. I hardly don't use this one because I don't get that much thick cable, but it does work really well with I would say about a little bit bigger than a 1/4 inch, probably no, yeah, I would say 1/2 inch and bigger. It works really well. As for this type of wire, it won't strip it. It'll just go right through. One more thing, I changed my YouTube channel video to Alamo City Scrapping instead of the 210. I just felt that the 210 was kind of, I don't know, unprofessional, and it just kind of looked bad. So I kind of wanted to represent my city a little bit more, and we'll see how that new name goes. So that's that on that, guys. So again, thanks again for supporting me, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.